Changing on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not pressed with making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. No liens on the whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just where I live, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. Pledging on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, if they pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in. I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in. I get it in, I get it in. I'm on my job, I get it done, but you should know that. Shine like a sun of 101, you should know that. I get the front and in the back, you should know that. No need to stun, it's never cap, you should know that. All I know, 10 toes, never fold. Bang roll, on the go. Ice wall, ice wall, ice wall. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, if they pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in. I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, if they pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in. I get it in, I get it in. I miss my baby, so I hit them on the FaceTime. I need it all for them, so no, I cannot waste time. Facing these oceans, feel the water on my waistline. We trust the process and my only know it take time. You can get it, got no worries, I'm gon' make mine. Going global, I'ma get it out the state lines. Paying taxes at a more than what you make now. Different bracket, eating off a different plate now. For my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, if they pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in. I get it in, I get it in. For my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in. I get it in, I get it in.
Good morning all. Yes sir. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is good. And yeah, let's get it. Let's see what we got going on here. Make sure all systems are go as usual here. Let me have a look what's going on. Do we look good? Yes, we do look like all systems go. And yeah, let's get into it. So today let's have a look at the calendar here. So today is going to be Wednesday. We don't have news today, which is nice. Yesterday was weird, obviously, with all of the news happening here. GJ did not move outside of news. Literally just moved because of news. Speeches or news. One or the other moved. Now, let's look at, what's basically going on here. Yeah, a little bit of IM4 business. Yeah, nothing really to worry about. Yeah, it's basically pretty clean here. So, news, not really something to worry about. Let's have a look at the analysis here. So, straight into it. Start off on the daily time frame. Obviously here we're having a strong daily candle close. This is the first time this daily candle is breaking outside of the range, which makes me believe that we could see a nice little short squeeze here before potential interventions come through. We do need to be careful that at any point here interventions can come through. Bank of Japan has been hinting, not Bank of Japan, but all of Bank of Japan's members have been hinting at basically that they're not scared, right? Let's see if I can scroll down. Inflation, we need to consider upside risk. Japanese moderate recovery, albeit signs of pausing lately. Let's see. Yesterday, basically, we saw it come in Forex Factory. I don't know why it's not showing. Yen is 2-week economic fundamentals, which is not good, which means... And then they literally just said, like, listen, we're not scared, which is looks like they removed it. But if you guys do remember yesterday, they did say like, hey, we're not scared to do interventions at any point here. You guys remember that yesterday? I'm not lying, I promise. I promise. They literally did write that they're not scared to do interventions. Okay, here, yeah, it's here. Senior Japanese authority could intervene to prop up the yen at any time, guys. This is very, very important. All right. I'm actually going to post this in chat. And I'm going to pin this message. Right? This is very important. This is a problem. Anytime. Now, this is really interesting because if I remember how GJ was trading the last time we had intervention zones, we were literally the same, sitting on our hands. Or do you guys remember? It was literally the same. We were like, when is this going to stop? But luckily, we were getting common interventions, like they were coming. We haven't had a proper intervention yet. It's basically just stayed up. So we need to be extremely careful, guys, because interventions will stip your stop loss. They will be... So realistically, any trades you take on GJ, you need to be looking to be in and out as quick as possible. Break-evens, be more aggressive with break-evens, also fine. Even if it ends up playing out, it's hard to take the risk, especially when you're at where? At highs now. Now, obviously with this daily close, technical analysis wise, is really good, in terms of looking to continue up. Breaking this wick might be one liquidity grab where we will fake out. If it's going to fake out, it's going to break the wick and fake out. Without a closure, you'll just see a wick up. But if we were to short squeeze, we could go and retest, about the 193s, 300s here, 390s, 190, 400s. It's definitely a possibility. Now, looking at 4 hour, this is not a good sign where you see price starting to close smaller and smaller candles, which tells me again that you need to break this 4 hour high before any form of continuation is going to make sense on the higher time frames. In terms of GJ playing out in a range, definitely can play inside of this range today. So if we bring back drawings just to see where we are in the market, we can basically see we have 193 above head here, which is also basically a 4 hour resistance. I'm just going to count that as a 1 pip difference. Since it's a key level, I'm going to leave it there, right? And just call that the 4 hour resistance, which is 193. Looking at pure continuation, I do think that there's options above 193 as a breakout with London volume. You could see price squeeze up to 100s here, 193 100s, and then you have to be careful looking to get out of positions quickly, because that's exactly where interventions possibly can come anywhere in these highs here, right? We're at highs, especially with USD JPY is kind of ranging, creeping up here. You can see it. We are very close, guys, here on USD JPY. That was the reaction when they had that speech, and now look how close we are to 155. We don't have room, guys, and we've had this on our chart for a while. Now, Friday obviously going to be a big day. They probably, who knows, they could intervene twice here. We could see intervention soon and then intervention Friday. I think they will intervene on Friday. but we're very close to 155, you know. So let me just have a look at this. What is it called? My FX book. Let's see. I want to just see this out of interest. I don't really like to use this, but sometimes can be interesting. All right, USD JPY, we have 80%, 81% of people short. So everyone is predicting interventions here. So we could see a short squeeze. 81% of people are short on USD JPY. For GJ, if we see the same thing, then that gives me confidence of more seeing a short squeeze first before seeing intervention. From yesterday, we've been doing... I can't find USD JPY. I mean, GJ. Where are you, Mr. GJ? Oh, there it is. Yeah, wow. Phew, 81% short on GJ as well. All right. That is interesting. That is interesting. Obviously, everyone being short and we going up means that this is going to continue a short squeeze. So that is telling me that most likely we'll want to squeeze out those shorts before going down, guys, you know. So it's going to give max pain. It's going to give max pain to all these shorters first before. And this could be, if we look at the average shorting price, they're short from... Fuck's sake, man. 186, you know, is when they've been trying to catch these intervention. You know, so could be interesting. I was talking yesterday to a guy that got banned from the prop firm because of shorting during intervention on UJ. That's unfair though, because how do you know when intervention is gonna come, right? That's not really fair, to be honest. That's dirty from the prop firm. You know, so this is what we need to look at. We need to look at, you know, that we could see max pain, we could see a short squeeze here, and we could still see it continue up for today. But be very cautious with any quick reactions. You know, we be out. You know what I mean? Any quick reactions, we have to be out. You know, so definitely they're underwater on the shorts. So we might see a bit more pain before we see something. So let's have a look at gold on the other hand here. So gold, my alerts from yesterday. Let me remove my alerts from yesterday. Thank you very much. My prop firm doesn't allow trading before and after 5 minutes. Yeah, that's fine. But I mean, it would suck if you take a trade and then interventions come and then the prop firm says that it's your fault. Like we don't know when interventions are gonna come. There's no way of knowing. Okay, this alert is stuck and it's annoying me, so I'm just gonna... Hello. Please delete. Edit. Delete from here. Okay, Tradingview sucks. Let's see if it refreshes. Alright, we'll just have to deal with that there. But now, if we look at what gold is doing here, right? Gold, obviously, yesterday started a small bounce here with news, right? So if we look at news, came out, started bouncing towards the upside. We do have a rejection wick from this 2291 here. Now, on the 4-hour time frame, this support here, this 4-hour support, we're going to just drag that down a little bit more now. This is going to be 2303, 2300 going to be an important level. If we lose this level on higher time frame, that's where we can see a pretty drastic move towards the downside, right? Otherwise, if we can respect basically 2320 at the moment here, 2320, if we clone this, bring it up to 2320. If we respect that 4-hour support, then we look more bullish posture than bearish, right? Obviously, we have a lot of 4-hour resistance above here. This is a previous daily support here, which is our daily range. So if we want to get back inside of the daily range, that's where we're looking like. We have a little bit of a 4-hour there as well. So if we were to look, it's like 6 pips to there. Yeah, so obviously if we can get back in the daily range will be nice here. At the same time, if we could come back and retest that 2320, you could look to trade back to the top of the range again. That would kind of be your options. Now the 4-hour resistance, we can mark that just to be accurate. Here's one, here's another. These are the 2-1. All right. Yeah, so that's just a 4-hour resistance there. So above this, this is your most recent 4-hour resistance. You have around, probably I would say around 10-12 pips. 20 pips, that's not bad. 20 pip range to the next resistance. Preferably you would want to come back down 23.20 and then look to take buys back up. I don't think we're ready for sells just yet. I think sells will be ready once we leave that 23.18, 23.19. Or we close a 4-hour bearish. Although we have mixed bias, we are rejecting. This is a rejection here. And 4-hour has created a support here. So we can see we created a support. So I'd really like to see price break that support before we go towards the downside. Otherwise, we could just react, bounce off that support again, and then continue towards the upside. You know? So I do think that upside makes more sense today overall. If this is going to continue ranging, then potentially sells below here do make sense, but then that is kind of counter session trend here. That is counter session trend. But you do have a nice range, to be honest. You do have a nice range. What is 5 minute doing? Yeah, maybe somewhere below here sells could make sense to get back to 23.20, you know, 23.20 can get back. So I think a little bit of waiting here to see what ends up happening, if it wants to try breakout or not. If not, then probably, you know, more aggressive sells are going to be below 23.25. And then buys, you see support above here will give you the buys there. And then obviously you need to trade after. The best place is going to be after the daily support here, when we're back inside of the previous daily range, right? But over Asian, this was a nice little setup here from down here back up to these highs. Especially on 30 minutes, you can see how we close above that small resistance to retest the highs. That was basically your Asian position. So this is continuation from Asian. So it'd be nice to see it come back and test that Asian position, and then you take the buys back up. That would create your clean range to trade back up, and then you're trading from the bottom of the range to the top. Because we don't really like taking breakouts during London, which is going to make me believe that I'll need to see support above here to be able to take buys. And that's basically going to be it. But we could be a little bit smarter here, and we can say to ourselves, if we break below here, we could look to try counter trend, right? We could try to take counter trend to get back to the area that we expected price to retest, right? Can't trade today, I have to go. Have a good day. Thank you, brother. Thank you. And then, yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it, you know, for the analysis here, both on GJ and gold. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. That's the analysis. You know what the drill is. How much of us? 300 of us in here. Appreciate everyone showing up. If you guys enjoyed the analysis, be sure to leave a like. If we can get, I'd say 150 likes on stream, I would appreciate that. You guys know the drill. Hate to say it, but part of the game. No trade for today. We just started, bro. We just started around, you know, 10 minutes ago. We just came to the markets. We need to wait for the setups. We just started. You only stream on YouTube in terms of public? Yes, but I am streaming on Zoom now to my guys so that they can watch it in no delay, right? That's the advantage of Zoom. $50-50. Good morning and good evening, and every trader on this beautiful educational stream. May you all have an awesome trading day. May you all see blues today. Swim in deep pips. Thank you, thank you. I had to leave yesterday. Did you take any? No, we just pushed with news. Yesterday was a very strange day in terms of pushing. Like, look at this. It's super weird. You had basically here weird price action, news, then consolidation, news again. It pulled back, retraced almost the whole move. Created a support, We said, okay, if we can get above this resistance here, we're going to look for buys. Speech came through from Bank of England, pushed with news, consolidated again, pushed again, and then PPI came, USD PPI, pushed again, and then we're here again. Then just, you know, chopped during Asian. Very weird. No pushes outside of news. Everything consolidated and pushed. The only way you could have gotten yesterday is probably like you see this bullish candle form here and you take it like break of high, relying on this being like a fake out here. But if you took that trade every single time last week, you would have lost. Like that trade last week lost every single time. So it's just you got lucky that news went in your direction. So if you did take that trade towards the upside, yeah, you're doing well in terms of profit wise, but that trade lost every single time last week, you know. So just be careful about that long term. Remember, this is about long term. Just because it plays out today doesn't mean it will play out tomorrow, the day after, and after that. Yeah, I'm making this from Forex to future markets. Do you have any thoughts on futures? Yeah, futures are, you know, you could trade gold futures. They're mainly for indices and for gold and stuff like that. You know, you can't trade GBP JPY on futures, right? You're mainly looking at it. All the concepts are the same. Price action is the same. You're just looking at different assets, of course, because futures are not traded on GBP JPY. That's a Forex pair. Trade futures with your strategy? Yeah, exactly. I mean, but you're not looking at GBP JPY. You'll be looking more at gold. Yeah, there you go, you know. Futures has zero spreads? Yeah, they do actually have zero spreads. What's the hype around futures? It just got hyped because of US regulatory stuff. So understand futures have been around for a long time. Don't get fooled by it. All of these gurus switch to futures because of the regulation and obviously that they need to keep their brand going, you know. But don't be fooled by it. It's the same. Like, it hasn't changed from the way it was last year. Futures is still futures, you know. Like, people have been trading it for, you know, a long time. Can 1 to 2K be enough to grow a live account? To grow it? Yeah, of course, to grow it. To live off? Probably not. No way. Depends. I mean, unless you can live off, you know, 100, 200 bucks a month, then yeah. But, you know, that's living not really ideal, right? Hi, can you give your thoughts on GA as it seems so bearish? Okay, fine. So I'll quickly look at GA. Yeah, GA had a big dump here, continuing its higher time frame bearish trend. As soon as this 4-hour close bearish, that's your sell indication here. Now we're closing below the range here. This is looks good for continuation, to be honest, especially if we can start leaving the lows of the range, form resistance below, can be opportunity for sells. Maybe price wants to try some upside here, but that can end up leading into sells here, you know. So probably might want to try a little bit of a bounce if it respects this level here. If not, that bounce can end up forming resistance and then you'll be looking to continue sells, kind of like this, but the opposite way around. The thing is, futures has zero spreads and your broker's not trading against you. Like I said, it's more regulated. It's not easier to win, but it's a gentleman's game. I guess the nice thing with futures is everyone's looking at one data feed. You don't have data feed coming from brokers. You don't have, it's all coming from one data feed. Yeah, I mean, that's one advantage there, of course, you know. But you could always do both, you know. That's something you can look in. Like, let's say London, you trade Forex, NY, you trade futures, because NY, You know, you can trade ES, you can trade NAS, you can trade US30, you can trade gold on futures, you know. NAS is brutal, of course it is brutal, especially these days. Harry, in your stream win rate, you should add the total picks game, total pips lost till now. I don't want to make the bottom of my screen super crowded. People can see that in my journal, but what I'm gonna start adding here is percentage gain, percentage loss. That's more important, right? Because let's say I took this position, this was full, but let's say I took this position on 0.25 risk, then that means I gain 0.25, right? This position here, it looks like minus 5 pips, but it's only minus 0.2%, you know. This, maybe I took this trade half risk. If I did take this half risk, even though it's 18 pip loss, oops, it might be only, you know, half risk. So that's what's more important, bro. That's what's more important than calculating that. So that's something I need to start adding, which I'll start to add here now. Win rate is irrelevant. That changes all the time. I showed you guys the calculation. I might just move the exact win rate and keep it as trades wins and trade loss. What's your opinion on no bottom wick, no top wick? Oops, that question went. When selling, no bottom wick, but on bottom wick, but no top wick on selling. If the candles close, you're fine, man. Only if the candles close. If the candles close, it's fine. Is support and resistance you need to update from the previous day? Yes, because candles close during the day. Thanks, Harry, for the analysis. Appreciate responding to your subscribers. All good, all good. Some guys in my group are looking at GU, so let's look at GU for them as well. Quite similar to GJ in terms of market positioning here. Weekly bouncing. Daily at daily resistance. Yeah, I probably need to get 4 hour probably at this choppy range. Yeah, that's not the best spot for not the best spot here for GU here. With mixed bias here, you could probably be looking for sells probably below this level here. Sells probably start to make sense below 2448. For buying, I mean, technically you could risk it for the biscuit buy above here, but I wonder where that is on 4 hour. Yeah, it's too close to 4 hour resistance. Probably looking to leave 4 hour resistance. Yeah, it's a bit choppy for buys. We need to leave above. Yeah. Similar market positioning as GJ here. Gonna watch gold here. GJ in a tough spot till 193, to be honest. Could you do 6E analysis? Yeah, alright. What broker do you analyze it on? CME? Yeah, CME is fine. Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Should look at DAX as well. DAX is pretty good. Weekly forming a bounce here. We had a bullish candle close. Daily at the moment as well. Continuing that bounce. Yeah, that looks good. 4 hour. This looks like it wants to pop up a little bit more if we can re-get back above the highs here. I'd be careful trying to sell too early right now until we have proper breakdowns. So especially if you get like setup 4, you get fake outs, you could look to continue this move. Obviously the easy moves, I don't know how this pair moves. I'd need to study it a bit. Let's just see. Yeah, you get these breakouts. Nothing happened in this session. Range this session. Yeah, it's hit or miss this, you know. You have to either be here again, you get this bearish trend. Yeah, you're probably looking, you know, either breakouts above here if you get a big breakout, or you're looking for structure to form to trade back towards the highs. You know, but until we get resistance below here, only then sells make sense. Gold trying to break out of its range right now. Remember, we're very close to 4-hour resistance, this one right here. So we need to be careful of that resistance. Especially London, right? London is not really the best for breakouts. London doesn't like breakouts, especially when there's no structure. When there's structure before a breakout, that's when I notice London prefers breakouts. Have you ever tried trading stocks, and also have you started planning for long-term investing, putting in an ETF and stuff? I prefer property. I don't really look at stocks. I think for me there's more. I prefer also to have tangible assets, and I can't. You have to remember, guys, like, people think to generate wealth you need to be investing. It's absolutely wrong. Like, you need to be investing in yourself. You investing money in stocks, you have to have a shit ton of money first. Like, literally, if stocks are giving you 10% returns per year on good years on average, even if you put $100K inside of that, you're only making 10K, you know, on 10% return. It's really not going to be life-changing, you know what I mean? For 100K, you know, like, you really need to be putting $1 million into a stock and getting 10% returns. And this is on the higher end, right? Normally it's around 7%, something like that. Only then, okay, now it's making you 10K per month generation, you know, generating wealth for you. Otherwise, putting 100K, you need to, like, leave 100K for maybe 20 years. 20 years makes sense, you know? So that's the problem with investing in, like, your traditional NASDAQ stocks like that, you know? Of course, there'll be good years where you get higher returns. But for me, I rather just take that money and buy a tangible asset as real estate. It's whatever poison you want to pick. You either go in stocks or you want to go into real estate. It's up to you what you want to do. But for me, I just like how we can get capital appreciation on the base asset of real estate. Plus you get rental yield, which then can give you cash flow, and give you cash flow is king, right? Once you have cash flow, with cash flow, you can start to do stuff with that cash flow. And you have an asset that's, it's kind of like investing in dividend stocks, right? Because you get the dividend, and if the stock appreciates, you also get more money. So it's a double win there, right? But at the end of the day, you can't just randomly wake up one day and start buying 5-6 properties. You need to have money, you know? You need to have money. So you have to earn money, you know what I mean? Buy properties in debt or cash? Always try cash. I mean, here in Dubai, we have payment plans. So you're not buying in debt, you're buying off plan and then paying as the property gets completed. So that's what we get. But I mean, you can always take a mortgage. It's not an issue to buy property. As long as you're renting out that property and the rent is paying for that mortgage, it's totally fine. Then I agree with it. I would not take, I think it's a very bad financial decision to buy your own house on mortgage. Because that's not an asset. People think it's an asset. It's not an asset. I invest in Cardano for 3.5K. Now value is 1K. Yeah, man, you must have timed it a little bit wrong. I buy 10% of my monthly income into stocks for the long term. I've been doing it for 3 years. Yeah, that's fine, you know, but that's more of a long-term thing. It's the same as dividing your income into stocks, into real estate. That's my point. Like, you have to have a lot of money You have to have a lot of money to be able to put money in stocks, to put money in that real estate. Like, you need to have the money. It's not like you can just say, I'm going to become rich by investing in all this stuff. I'm thinking of getting a duplex, renting out one side, living in the others. I move out. What you have to check in terms of property, obviously it works different in your country with tax and all of that stuff, but you have to check, is there a lot of supply coming in that area, right? If there's a lot of supply, then you're probably going to, you're going to lose out, right? Why are you going to lose out? Because the supply, when new supply comes, you're going to be washed out basically. They're going to do this, right? Then you need to look at what? You need to look at basically what is the property price compared to the square foot price in your area. Secondly, you need to look at price per square foot of new properties coming in that area. If price per square foot of a new property coming in that area is way too high compared to what you, or is lower, is even lower, then you're in deep shit, right? So that's what you have to do. You prefer one area in multiple countries? No, just one country I would stick to. Some market that I understand. It's mostly understanding the market, So New York have much more energy for pushing market than London. On gold, yes. On gold, yes. 1 to 400 leverage with 1 to 2 risk finance. That's too much leverage. You don't even need that much. You don't even need that much. Can you answer this, please? Bro, do you think it's better to buy properties without our own corporate? Without our own corporate. What do you mean by without our own corporate? How much leverage do you advise? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just any leverage. When you're risking 1 to 2%, you're not going to be over leveraged. Doesn't matter. Through a company or by registering house in my name? Here I register house in my name. Depends on tax, right? That only cares about only matters about tax, Here when we don't have tax, it doesn't matter which way you do it. Like, I don't know what people's tax, I'm not a tax consultant. I heard a lot of gurus say that you should only take trade after news, so I was wondering if the market's affected by news before it has come out. Sometimes, mostly right at news, you'll see the market react. Before news, you could see days leading up to the news, you can see a reaction in the market, But yeah, those gurus are right saying that you should be trading after news. You can trade before if you have time. If you have time, 15, 20, 30 minutes. Are you looking into UAE real estate? Isn't the market too expensive than the US? No, it's not. It's not. This is why you wait for closures, right? This is what happens if you take impulsive trades. And this is why I never adapted a impulsive trade strategy, because I was always afraid that I take impulsive trade and I don't have confirmation and now I lose my trade, right? Because it just comes up and rejects. Possible setup 2 for gold? We need range, right? That's it. Setup 2 is about range. If you go down far enough, yes. But if you're trading from here to here, it's not enough. Right? It's not enough. Give me a sec, guys. I'll go to toilet, come back. Fake out? Potentially, yeah. Anyone use PipLabs and preferred over TradingView backtesting feature? TradingView backtesting feature is completely different than PipLabs. This just allows you to replay. This is just allows you to replay. You can't really practice taking positions, you know. That's now my whole TradingView is lag. You can't really practice taking positions. That's the problem, right? You don't get to see ticks, and the biggest problem is that when you replay, let's say we're looking at this 15-minute. The 15-minute is here at 2325. When you go to the 4-hour to check 4-hour, it spoils it. You see 2326. So it spoils what happens, right? And that's something you don't want, right? And then when you go back to the 15-minute now, it's skipped all of those candles. Like we were literally back here, now it's skipped all those candles. So it's very hard to backtest when you need to check multiple time frames, which is how we normally trade, right? Checking multiple time frames. Samson, please don't spam questions. You keep spamming your questions 2-3 times. It's very annoying. Just ask once and your question will be seen. Any speech to happen? Yeah. Had a dump? I don't think it, so yeah, nothing really. But coming into that GU selling zone, right? GJ is well rejecting the highs here. Why no signals? I don't like to sell signals because I don't want to be selling signals where people just blindly copy. Like if you don't understand a position, you should never be in a position, because you will be unprofitable copying signals if you don't understand the signal. Like it's in terms of management, speed of execution, etc. Like you have to understand a position. Like there's been times where I talk about a position and some people don't even enter because they don't understand the position, you know? So how are you going to do that with signals, you know? So all I do is share my trades and share what I do. That's it. And I try to make people understand. Timing of your live session, how many trades you give? I aim for, I mean, these days we've been a little bit slow, unfortunately, but on average we were taking around 4 trades a week. 4 trades a week is what I normally take during London. The good times. I think it's hard to give signals for scalp because when it comes to swing, you can give signals and stay in long trades. Yeah, I think, yeah, swing signals are a lot easier, but then yeah, that's maybe more sustainable, but then you're only giving like maybe 1 to 3, you know, signals a month. People don't even realize if you were to sell signals, they would get average 8 to 10 signals a month and then get pissed if those signals don't have 100% win rate. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people, I mean, if you go and try signals, then you'll really understand, you know. Funny thing now is that there's dozens of streams right now on YouTube that give 99% accurate signals on pretty much anything. Yeah, but they're in the position before it happens, you know. Like that doesn't count. Could this be wick fill entry? Haven't read up on confusing 50 minute on gold. Not also fill, not feel. No, it won't be, because you're still back above this 4-hour support. Understand market positioning. Not every candle closes an entry. That's one thing I noticed what you're doing recently is every candle close you're thinking is an entry. That's not how it works. You know, you have to look at where you in terms of market positioning, etc, etc, etc. Realize that there's opportunities always. Markets will always move, but we want something that will be consistent. So for me, sells are going to make sense below this support here, right? This is where sells are going to make sense. Because here you could be right and you could be wrong. Like obviously if we get down to the support where I'm looking to sell, you will be right that this was a wick fill. But if this just rejects and ends up going up, then you will be wrong. And we don't want it to be like that. We want to say, fine, if price closes below the support, I have a higher chance of being a lot more correct than for it to mess around in here, you know? Sells, yeah, something like that would be fine. Yeah. But look for that thunder or retest first. GJ pulling back here. Nice to see GJ pull back. This could end up giving us buys if we can maybe do a fake out here or create support from the bottom of the range. We could buy back up to the top of the range. Loads of signals are sell and buy XXX now. They're impossible to execute accurately. Yeah, exactly. Very, very hard to execute like that. On Thunder, agreed. What is this? Yeah, but you need something closing below though. Nothing's closing below. Like literally closing right at. Wait for the 30 close. Let the 30 close below. Would be safer. Do you think gold is yellow? Gold is gold. That's why it has its own color. That's why we call the color gold, because it's a unique color to itself. But the color itself comes from a shade of yellow and orange, right? Can you share your indicator, please? Yeah, the indicator I use is called Tradesharpe session bias. I don't use it because I know how it works and exactly how it made. And then that indicator I used was just sessions, just to tell me what time sessions start and what time they don't. Gold is a 1,000-year-old currency. Rest will be thrashed. Gold will stay here. Yeah, it's true actually. No, all currencies in history have failed. All currencies in history have failed. Can you explain top and bottom wick real quick? Yeah, bottom wick is the candle wick that it makes towards the bottom, and the top wick is the candle wick it makes towards the top. And realize most candles have top and bottom wicks. Just passed my challenge last Friday, 12 days for first phase and 42 days for second phase. Well done, man. And that seems to be a little bit of a trend of traders who actually do something good. Like, that's completely normal. You shouldn't be upset about it. We have a prime example here of someone recently who even said that in our exclusive group here. Look, read this. If you read this here, this past first phase in 12 days, you passed your first phase in 12 days, and second phase took him 49 days, it took you 42 days. You know, which is nuts. So basically the exact same story, you know. But that's good. That gives you time to prove yourself. It gives you time to prove yourself. You shouldn't be upset with that. What do you think about GBP JPY? I think it could stay in this range for the day. You know? Not be scared to enter? Why would you be scared to enter? Or something like this. You can wait for the 5 to close actually. You can wait for the 5 to close because look at this 5-minute support, right? That's why you don't really want to base it off the 5. So maybe wait for 5 closing below that support is fine. Did the guy who lost his TFT prop firm get it back? Yeah, most people got their TFT back. But I don't know, I don't think they gave your account, I don't know, I'll need to ask. But I don't know if they gave your account back as you passed it. I think they gave it back like you have to go again. Yeah, you have to start from afresh. Yeah, that's just BS. You don't have that support on Owanda? Alright, then you don't have to really consider it then. Only the 5 and 10Ks? Oh, damn. How long should you be paper trading before you go on a funded account? You should be going on a live account first before you go on a funded account. You have to practice emotions. You have to practice emotions. So make sure to go on a... Can be small, $100, $200, no problem. But you need to practice emotions. So I'd recommend going on to a live account. I'm feeling a bit on the edge this morning too. Not sure why, but I noticed my SLs are really tight, moving too tight. Maybe need more sleep. Yeah, sometimes, you know, when you notice something in the market, you don't want to lose. You have that emotion of I don't want to lose as much money. So I'm going to run my SL tight, and then instead of you running them tight, they just get hit, right? Because of you running them tight. So at that case, it's just to go back to default and reduce risk if that's what's annoying me. You need to find the root cause, right? There's always a root cause. Which broker were the most satisfied with? I've only stuck to the big guys. I've only used basically 2 here. But I'm happy with the IC. They seem to be good so far, thank God. Are you doing a great giveaway? Yeah, by end of month we'll be doing the next giveaway. We literally just did a giveaway, but we'll do another one again end of month. Are you waiting for setup 2? Yeah, that's what would more likely play out from down here. This gives you range. I mean, from here to here is around 21 pips. This candle itself here is around 6 pips only. Quite small candle. Not much volume here. You basically need it to come back to bottom of the range for you to have enough range to trade, right? Did you say IG? No, I said IC. 30 min. Yeah, that's roughly where my support is. No option in Zoom to mute the sound? Yeah, there should be. You just keep me unmuted. You just go, yeah, there is option. You can mute it. We'll go to meeting don't? Yeah, you can. Opinion on cherry Dr. Pepper? Ugh. Not sure. Tastes very fake. Depends if you really want something like sweet, you know? I'm guessing, did you sell from somewhere up here? Because this would have tapped your top trend line, had rejection. So maybe on this retest, right? Set up for value 2 if last 15-minute fake out? Yes, it is. I didn't have a third touch. Alright, so you want 3 touches. And then you would have sold from the top, right? Makes sense. So now what are you looking for? You're looking for the opposite way, right? For it to touch the bottom one. What lot size do I trade on GJ? Depends on stop loss, right? If I have 15, 12 pip stop loss is going to be different than 25 pip stop loss, right? Can you show me where you found that 4-hour support on gold? Yeah, from yesterday. Just from this range that we were in. It's basically yesterday's range. That's what I'm watching. Are we breaking in yesterday's range or not? And then if you look at daily, same thing here. That's the daily range. Are we breaking in daily range or not? Where would sales make sense on GU? We'll see that 30-minute, how that closed. That's what I mean, worth waiting for the 30-minute. Now you have the 30-minute closing. Now you could look for, you know, something breaking this low, 5-minute closing below the low. More aggressive will be this, setup 3 breaking the low. Let it make a top wick, which it's making now. And then you let it break the low to fill the wick and continue. Less aggressive will be to wait for 5-minute candle closing below. That's how it will work. $30-minute did not close below, did it not? Yeah, literally right at. Yeah, then both will be aggressive though. Then you'd have to go both aggressive with the 5-minute probably closing below. Would have been better if that did close below, of course. If the next candle rejects, I might give it a shot on the next candle, anticipating next candle leading hourly to close and open for a buy. If the next 30 rejects, then I might have a shot on the next candle, anticipating on next candle leading to the hourly close and look for a buy. But isn't this too high up? Wouldn't you want it a little bit more deeper? NAS 15-minute balancing, nice setting potential setup. You love your NAS. Daily looking to bounce here. 4-hour getting weaker. Yeah, from this resistance, it would be more counter trend, you know? Otherwise, you're looking for supports to continue up. Potential bear play, yeah. What exactly are we looking for in GJ today since we're at interventions? Yeah, buying highs is where the risk is, right? Buying above highs, breakouts. So if you see a breakout, you have to be very, very careful here. You have to be managing extremely fast with breakouts, making sure that you get in profit, you literally move to break even, just in case an intervention comes. All right? Now, if we can get pullbacks to trade back up to highs, then that's fine, because I haven't really noticed interventions happen. I notice interventions happen where we range and we get very tight range and then it happens, or we have a breakout that ends up being a fake out and then we have the dump. We need to always keep an eye on, look at this, USD JPY still pumping now. We just had a pump on USD JPY, right? Be very careful. We're very close to 155, but we could continue the short squeeze here. This could easily short squeeze. Yeah, we have to be careful, man. Especially with price action starting to be a little bit... You can see how little volume there is in the market here. When you see such little volume, that means that something is cooking, right? So it makes it extremely tough for us. Love to see a thunder on gold. Yeah, it would be nice to see something like that. How do you know the little volume size of the candles? Yeah, I'll show you this. Check this out. Look at how the candles are just... You see how they like come up? This is like a wick and then just fail and then wick down and then close doji, wick down, closed. See, like there's a lot of wicks. When there's a lot of wicks means like if you look at this on 1 minute, it's a mess. You see? There's no trend. This is again low volume. When there's volume, we normally notice some sort of trending here. I mean, look, this is yesterday was a very weird day yesterday. I mean, yesterday the only move we had was with news. We had PMI news again, PMI news again, and then we had PMI for US push up again. Like there was no news, there was no move in between news. You literally had to just press buy at a random spot. I mean, if you took a random impulsive buy here, that's risky with no bottom wick. If you did that all last week, you would have lost the trade trying to do stuff like that. It's just you got, you know, it was just a bit of luck that volume came with news towards the upside. Like you'd have to be on the right side of that. That's why I will be seeing what this next 30 wants to do, then determine hourly close to. Interested in discounted price 686. 686. Yeah, I can see somewhere down here in this support. Yeah, that's obviously going to be better if we can buy from there up, right? Are you Dubai? I am not Dubai, but I am in Dubai. Thanks for saving my life on GU, man. You have no idea how much I learned just now. Yeah, man, that's exactly it, right? You get totally screwed, right? I mean, this is my point of where patience plays, right? You know, like sometimes these moves come and they just push. But in these times, like you feel better because you waited for, like if you get in a position that you waited for that follows the plan and you have full confidence in, if this starts happening where it's rejecting against you, you don't feel bad. You're like, okay, fine, I followed my plan. All probabilities against are with me. But when you are in a position like this, now you're telling yourself, damn, we didn't break the 30-minute lows, 30-minute close that support. Like you're not feeling good, you know? Whereas now that you have this pullback, anything leaving this low will give you that downside, you know. What's your take here on gold? I think there could be counter trend sells if we get below 25 here. 25, if we get below 25, can be, you know, counter trend sells. There's a type of candle closure matter on the entry. It has to close below the zone, right? That's what's important about it, is does it close below the zone? No, he is sharp, yeah. Shape? I mean, we obviously want a strong candle, you know? We don't want something like, you know, like this, closing below a zone. Not really confidence inducing. Five minutes till this 15-minute close. Let's see how this 15-minute candle closes. I'm just going to go adjust my AC. I'll be back. If you haven't already, leave a like on the stream. I will appreciate it. 600 of us in here. Get the likes to 200. Then I don't have to ask for that BS. Where the SLB? Probably back above 4-hour support. This setup is nice if it closes below. Yeah, it could be good. Do you only trade in London or do you trade NY too? Yes, I do trade NY for sure. Do you stream this time on a weekly basis? Yeah, daily basis. Monday to Friday. We stream Monday to Friday at London session. So can join up, can join up. Hi Ari, in April I'm struggling. I'm down 7%, 2 to 3% risk per trade. Yeah, probably too much risk, right? If it's not going to be a consistent month, 3% per trade. 2 trades, you're already down 6%. You know what I mean? 2 trades, you're already down 6%. So it makes it extremely tough. So yeah. Look at there's 5-minute structure there. There is, but if that 15-minute candle closed deep, you can rely to push through, right? Because you base on 15. But now we reject it. It tells us 5-minute sell, 15, 15, man, 15. Of course, it's not NY. This is London. Even I don't like trading gold during London, but with JPY at intervention levels, we have to be careful. We have to be careful with the JPY at intervention levels. Gold win rate during London session is around 71%. What's intervention levels? Randomly the bank, check the pinned message, do some research. But the problem is when the Japanese yen gets very weak, the Bank of Japan, well, it's not the Bank of Japan, it's the MOF, but the MOF randomly go and buy and sell dollar and buy up yen. So they sell dollar and buy up yen, and then what ends up happening is that we get a random dump in the market that can slip your stop loss and happen at any time. It's not announced, it's a random market movement, which makes it really tough because investors don't want to move price and they're scared to get involved in the market in case these interventions happen. So then we just see really inconsistent price action, which we've been seeing over the last few weeks, of where, like example like yesterday, we only see price move with news. News is the only thing that causes price to move. And this whole move up is basically going to be a short squeeze, you know? This is going to squeeze out all the shorters who have been trying to short to get lucky with the interventions, right? We can see GBP JPY, 81% of people are short. We can see Euro JPY, 86% of people short. All JPY pairs. Look, CAD JPY, 89% of people short. So if you go and just check all JPY pairs, you'll see the majority of people are short. Look at AUD JPY. AUD JPY, 97% of people are short. Right? So they're all trying to catch the top. So obviously market's not going to make it that easy. And what we're probably seeing here with these big moves up is something called a short squeeze. Right? A short squeeze. What chart are we seeing? Just look at the top left. You have the chart here written once, twice. You have the chart written here for a third time and the chart written here for a fourth time. 4 times. Not only that, you have the numbers at the side of the screen. Just enter on 200 pips swing entry, you'll be okay. Yeah. I think they're running no stop loss. Would be cool if we could see stop loss, right? Average stop loss. .1 lots, it wouldn't be bad if you hedged. Oh yeah, that's true. SL will probably be their BE point. Well, most of them are holding underwater. Alright, as we can see guys, 15-minute didn't close below. Again, this is why. Look at this. This is classic gold manipulation here in London session. All lower time frame traders screwed. Impulsive entry traders screwed, right? Look at this. You buy on breakout of highs, you get faked out. Then you get stopped out. You get stopped out at the break of the, you enter a break of the lows, now you're back in drawdown, stuck inside the range. This is why waiting for closes is going to be very, very important. If we want to go very aggressive today, then 5-minute close below here is the most aggressive option we can take at the moment. I think waiting for this 1 hour close will be the smartest decision in terms of probabilities. Why don't you add tick watermark? It's easy to see. I don't like it at the back of my screen. I just really don't like looking at it. It's very clear what pair I'm on. It says it here, it says it here, it says it up here, it says it up here, it says it here. It's a lot of places to see it. You wait for the candle to close and still lose most of the times. Well, you would have lost if you didn't wait for the candle to close. So that's not a valid comment. And if I lost most of the time, then my win rate would be a lot less, right? Then I would not be profitable, of course, if I lost most of the time. But that's not the case. Man woke up this morning, decided to hate because he has nothing better to do. Unfortunate, man. And I know you. I've watched you for a while. You've come to this stream. You've come to the stream for a while. And I've seen you, when we take wins back to back, actually, I've seen you write W in chat. I've seen you say great trade. I've seen that, bro. Because, why would he be? Because he's taking the wins with us, man. He just wants to stir up some stuff. I've seen him. I know his name. I've seen him in chat. Is there a gap on your 5-minute candle on gold? Not on this broker, but let's have a look. Bro code in 4K? Yeah, bro. I've seen him. No, there's no gap. Never mind, got filled. Oh, because you're on futures, bro. Futures always have gaps. On futures, you have to analyze using normal spot, and then you can execute on futures. How do you deal with these kids? They normally just end up leaving the stream, you know, and that's it. That's how the best way to deal with them is just they end up leaving the stream, and then they don't benefit anything, right? They end up being in a worse position, right? They don't benefit anything. So really it doesn't affect me. That's how I deal with it, because it doesn't affect me. It's only affecting them. I'm here to do my job and trade. So realistically, it only affects them. Bro, what has been your maximum risk to reward with this strategy? I've held trade that I've had like a 12 pip stop loss and held for 200 pip TP. But I prefer to take a trade, close, and get on with my day. So that's why. Mainly if this strategy, price action, if you want high risk to reward, it's not going to happen in a couple of minutes. It's going to take probably a day, 2 days, stuff like that. Harry, does not sleeping well will affect your mind? Yeah, sleep routine, sleep hygiene is very important. It's not about how long you slept for, it's about the hygiene of your sleep. Was it, you know, good environment you're sleeping in? It's very important long term. But also you can't be like a bitch, you know, and just be like, oh, I'm tired. And you're going to feel tired all the time when you're working hard, you know. But still, you need to be getting a good sleep routine. That is important long term to work optimally, of course. I just lost $3,000. I thought it will close below the candle and it hit my stop loss. That's exactly what I was saying, right? That's what I was saying, is that you can't trade based on I think it will close below. You know, saying I think it will close below is very dangerous, because that's what's going to mess you up. So yeah, maybe today you got lucky and it just continued pushing. But this is London session. This is gold in London session. You can't get away with that stuff long term. You really can't, I promise. At this point, 5 better option or 15. We'll see how the 5 closes. If 5 closes deep below, maybe half on 5, rest on 15. If not, then 15 is going to be the option. Gold bouncing off like a rubber ball. Doesn't like it. No, doesn't seem to like it. GBP JPY sell. I mean, technically with the hour closing bearish like this, yeah, potentially could sell based on the flip of this candle, but your range is not the best here. It would be negative risk to reward. That's it. You can take it, but it's negative risk to reward. You're like 16 pip stop loss. You have around 11 pip target here. Not really the biggest and the baddest of positions. Background music is sus. I don't know, some playlist. We can change it. I think the market can see what they're thinking. No, it can't. It doesn't care about you. And unfortunately, you're $3,000. That's very small in this market. You know, so unfortunately, as much as you want to believe it, it's not true, you know. It's just about finding rules that you can apply over long term, right? That's it. Is it without waiting for candle close? Usually 50-50. I mean, if we're trending without candle close, you'll have more probabilities of it continuing the trend. The problem is that whether that it wicks down to that zone, pulls back, maybe potentially hits your stop loss, and then continues down, that's the problem, right? Whereas when you have candle closes, you have the full basically, what's this? Full basic confirmation. That's the word I'm looking for. Harry, lately, how many pips to put stop loss on GJ? Depends on the position, but all I'm noticing on GJ is you want to keep your stop loss better below structure right now. Do you believe in such a thing about a stop hunt? Not a stop hunt, like they're not literally hunting your stops to continue a move, but price will normally grab liquidity from zones such as structure, because that's what created the liquidity. So if we look at here, this is what created this move towards the upside. So that's where liquidity is going to be. Here's what created the move towards the downside, so that's why we rejected here. But we didn't break the high, right? So we didn't stop hunt. You see, we didn't stop hunt. So my point is that sometimes we will break the lows and sometimes we won't, but it will come to zones where most likely you're keeping stops above and below, because that's where liquidity is going to be, because that's where the origin of the move is. But they're not specifically targeting your stops. Only option I see now is this, if this 15-minute can close a little bit deep like this. Gold has started to range now. GJ is well rejecting that support. 1 hour closed above there. What will be TP on gold? If it were to close below, I feel like TP could be the daily flip somewhere, anywhere around here, 23.21, 23.20 as well. Bullish on what's this? Bias on GJ was bullish. Yes, it is bullish on bias on GJ. But there's nowhere to buy, right? This is all resistance zone here. You can't buy into that. So we need it to come down first. That's one option to take buys. Or we need it to get above here to take buys, preferably above here. But remember, breakout is very dangerous. Check the pin message. We can have interventions at any time. Anytime we could have interventions right now. Especially with USD JPY is basically there, boys. We're basically there at the 155 level. You know, it's I think maybe 5-6 pips. Yeah, around 6 pips till that level where we could potentially tap and have interventions. But I feel like it wants to squeeze a little bit more. Alright, no top wick here on gold. Take impulsive sell? No, not with no top wick. Technically with no top wick here, I haven't experimented too much, but we have the 5 minute faking out, closing back inside the range here. 15 minute as well, open, close back inside the range, no top wick. Technically when price goes back inside the range here, there could be a long like this. When price gets back inside the range, wherever this wick lays can have a stop loss like that in order to catch the candle flipping to go and then retest the highs, something like this. And then you break even somewhere up here. Oh damn, my camera died. Let me fix my camera. 1 minute. You guys are gonna have the old camera. Good luck. Don't complain at the old camera. Let me try to fix it. Right. Shitty camera. What camera you use? Main camera is Sony ZV-1. But this camera is just a webcam, Logitech webcam. Clean your keyboard. There are no stains on the keyboard. It's dusty. I live in Dubai. Give me a break. Top wick was made, now we're continuing down bearish here. It will come in the camera. Anyone else watching GU? You guys took GU? What did you take on GU? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, close below. Yeah, this makes sense. Once you get the close below on GU. As long as it can break through this zone, this is like your, you know, watch zone here. Once you get below that, it should be a pretty free fall here. That should be where it's kind of smooth sailing here. Very sus camera. Camera dying. What do you stream during the night? Come on, bro. Come on. Gold setup 4. Yeah, but again, no range. So you're basically gonna just take it above that, you know, on the flip or something. EU sells as well. Yeah, EU same type of sells coming through. But did you close below on EU is my question. Oh, it's tight on EU. Depends on your broker feed. You have to make sure you close. Nipple close below. Maybe wait for 5 leaving the zone if you didn't close below on broker. Currently sitting on 1 hour watch zone. On what? EU, you mean? On gold? This one right here, yeah, but there's no top wick here. Potential buys, I think if this 1 hour candle flips, you can have a quick buy here. If this flips, you can have a buy. That GU trade is moving nicely. GU is clean today. That's the setup we talked about in the beginning of stream. Right? Remember we talked about the close below here. Yeah, that would be the trade. Basically, you don't need to even let that lose at the moment, right? That could be like a break-even trade. I might have to add GU to my pair list now because, you know, 100% have to wait, have to add maybe GU to my pair list. If we're going to have crap movement like this, you know. GJ has as well moved back to the bottom of the range here as well. I'll not move to B due to choppiness, that's okay. Yeah, but then you just want to manage if anything closes back up inside this range here, right? If anything closes back up inside the range, you don't want to hold that position there. Anyone in chat also took GU here that we discussed in the beginning. If you trade GU and it's part of your pairs, then that would have been your option here for GU. Yeah, look at that 1 hour close. Really nice. Right below the zone. Fill this wick and continue. Yes, you guys are in GU. GJ is in the best, waiting for GJ. Well, no, I mean, the problem with GJ is it's at intervention level. So, you know, GBP is nice to trade. You know. GJ is just risky to trade at intervention level, of course, you know. But if you're a seller today, then yes, I guess that works for sure. As a seller today, then that works. Relying on volume to break through the watch zone? Yeah, but that watch zone is, you know, far enough for you to get there and see what happens. You just don't want to be selling right at a watch zone, because then you don't have space to see what happens, right? If you had space to see what happens, then you're fine, you know? If price really wants to reverse today, then you can leave like a 20% runner here. 20% runner maybe can even make sense here to try retrace some of the impulsive moves from yesterday. right? Look at 4 hour, right? If this 4 hour wants to create a rejection here, that's where you can tend to leave a runner. But I would not, I would definitely secure something, you know? No harm in securing something. Heading out for the night, currently be on 6E. Nice, nice. Good luck, good luck. GJ dumping? Yeah, GJ also. Yeah, GJ had quite a, wow, nice dump here. That's beautiful dump on GJ. Look at this. Intervention? No, not yet, not yet. Intervention will be a lot bigger than this. Oh yeah, that's like a mini intervention here. This is some mini, and definitely something's going on here. See what spreads are doing. See what spreads are doing. Yeah, spreads are spiking just slightly. Let's see if financial juice. Maybe it's to do with this. 11:11. What's the time? 11:14. Yeah, maybe it's to do with ECB. And people put money in the yen. That's what makes sense. Is that something happened with ECB and now people put money in the yen. That's what makes sense here. But then GU would do the same, which it didn't. No, money in the yen. GU doesn't have yen involved in it. This is money moving out the euro into the yen because of ECB news. Right? Because rate cuts are bad for the euro. Higher rates are better for the euro. I'm closing 50% on GU. If you wish, yeah. "10-minute thunderstorm? What do you mean by 10-minute thunderstorm?" "3-minute cyclone." How do we enter the giveaway? Yeah, end of month we will have the giveaway. Why not open a 0.1 lot short on USD JPY for fun? Yeah, that would be fine. Can we focus on GJ? GJ is at intervention level, guys. Be very careful trading the yen here. You shouldn't be trading the yen at the moment until we have some more information on the yen. Just be very, very, very careful trading the yen. I recommend if you're going to take a GBP position, you get the same position on something like GU, right? It was the same position, a lot safer. At least you're not going to have random movements from yen, right? That's the position. Like, it's the same position. You're just taking it on GU. Same idea, same cells, same everything. What do you mean by intervention? Search it in Google, you guys will learn. Check the pinned message as well. That's the latest speeches we've had about it. Yeah, for me, GU was clean here. I might have to look at GU until we have interventions done and over with, just in case, you know, just in case. Because videos about that stuff would be interesting. I literally warned you guys about this stuff 1 month ago. I've been talking about it 1 month ago. This is about interventions. Sell GBP USD? No, if you haven't sold it already, then it's too late. It's too late to sell it now. Your next sells are going to be below this support here. Once you get something closing below the support, that's your next sells. Right now, you should have been in the sells and you hit your main take profit, which is this support down here, right? Point to point. Right? This is your main take profit down there. Exactly what I did? Yeah, that's the best. B on EU, I think good decision, brother. Very good decision. No bottom wick as well. Rejected out of nowhere, but EU likes to do that, right? What's your favorite lot size of your own account? Probably a 10 lot. Why are you not looking at GJ? Because we're at intervention levels here. We're at intervention levels and I don't want to get caught out in an intervention. Then I lose my trade for no reason. There might be possibility to sell gold down to the 4-hour support though if this 5-minute is closing below here. You have around 13-14 pips here to 4-hour support and potentially continue through. It will flip the daily as well, right? Daily will make this could be daily top wick and we start to get more of a wick fill here. Yeah, 5 didn't close below. How do you know we're at intervention levels? Bank of Japan literally said it. This is what they said. I posted it here. You can see this. They literally said we'll intervene at any time. Take a shot until someone asks why you're not looking at GJ. When I don't look at GJ, people say why you're not looking at gold. I can never win. I can never win. Only option I can see now is the setup 3 continuation play. Get to 500, about 4 pips away. If it rejects 500, you get out. Otherwise, you try fill this wick and come to test the support here. Because you'll have the 30-minute closing bearish like this for wick fill as well. Yeah, that's the only thing I can see. You want it to close a little bit weaker as well. I think I'm shorting today to 190,700. Yeah, that's a bit. We have a lot of levels between there, but you know, maybe your max target. But we do have a lot of levels to contend, right? You need to worry about this level. I mean, this is like a big target already. 190, 191. You want to go 190, 700. I think 500, 700 a little bit more conservative. Any clue when GJ and gold will start to be like last month? After interventions. It's how it always is. Bank of Japan cautioning on 160 for UJ? Where did you read that? That would be interesting information. This type of stuff breaks your heart? Yeah, of course. How often do Bank of Japan intervene? It's random. It's random, but it's based on how weak their currency is getting. So historically, they intervene every time that their currency breaks down lower. So if you look at historically, they used to intervene here, intervention here, intervention, intervention, intervention. Now they just let it melt. They've let it melt. Gold, no bottom wick. Close below. GJ potential setup 3 here. Yeah, this would be your potential setup 3 here. Breaking these lows. How it would look. Get down to here. You'd have to be at 500. It's a very close BE. Like it is a setup 3, yeah. It's not an intervention. That was you would sell to fill the wick here. But the problem is your BE spot is very close. You have to have enough good spread to be BE after 3 pips. You can get and try, get to that and then see what's up. Where you read the message you pinned in chat, just check the top of the chat box. I have not taken this yet. This will have to break the low for it to be executed here. On break of low, we'll give a shot. Has to break low. Can't take it before it breaks the low. What setup is this? This is setup 3. But you know, as well from here, buys, you know, since today is technically mixed bias, so you have to keep in mind buys can also make sense from here. I mean, if this 5-minute closes above like this, it's pretty juicy actually for buys. As a scalp. I don't know. Tough decision, tough decision. No LTA on a minute 15 towards the upside, yes, for buys. You have this watch, but I think we tapped it with the previous 15. Yeah, we tapped it with previous 15. Just 2 random candlestick coming out some news. Be careful. Yeah, I mean, either you sit in your hands in these market conditions, or you have to give it the risky shot on the 5. But you would want a bottom wick or something. Can give it a sec here. See how it reacts from the highs. Yeah, risky shot here, breaking the highs would be your shot. Oh, wrong way around. Long position. To get up to here. That's how it would be. But what I'm gonna do here is, should we take this 11 pips? Yeah, I feel if it re-breaks the high, I'm gonna get involved in this actually. So that's my blue line there. That's how it would look. Stop would be there. Yeah. Setup 5, yeah, it's a risky shot though. I'm just 1 hour level, no issue. I think if we re-break, we'd be fine. But this is, I'm gonna go half risk. Don't follow me if you don't want to give this a risky shot. I feel this could land one big fake out towards the upside. We get back up somewhere. And I'm happy to break even early on this trade here, you know. You know what? I don't think in this position, 5-minute positions are going to be a good idea. This early in with how the month has been going here. I don't think really we can afford a risky position. That I'm thinking about this twice here. But that is the position if you want to take it. But personally, I've changed my mind from that. Why? Well, I don't think it's going to be smart for me to take a risky position when this month has been tough. So that's more of a profit preservation. If we had more of a solid setup, yes, I can take this. But I have to trade here. I can't just be looking for anything here, you know? Have to be sensible. Have to be sensible. Take my mind off doing anything stupid or aggressive. I don't need to be aggressive. I don't have anyone to impress. So, not gonna try be aggressive here. Nice mental. Yeah, it's painful when we want to take trades, right? It's a very, very tough situation when you want to get involved in the market, you know, because we've been waiting so long we've been waiting, and you want to be involved in the market, you want to take a trade, but you know, I'm not gonna take a risky position here. I can't do it. I really can't. And maybe I'll be wrong, this thing will start flying towards the upside, but I really don't care. Our sells could still play out if this 15-minute flips and closes bearish. Rather stay flat than go red? Yes. Gold analysis? Gold is still mucking about here. It's very close to this support down here. Very, very close to this support. So I don't think it will be worth it, risk to reward. But what you can do is if there's a valid setup form, maybe like a 5-minute closing below here, what you can do is you can sell 2 here and go break even at 10 pips, even though your stop loss is around 30 pips. If volume comes, it will push through and then your trade will be worth it. But if it just comes 10 pips, hits your BE, then that's it. Don't take a trade. I mean, don't try hold it, right? Don't try hold it. That's what I'm trying to say. Part of the game is knowing when not to take trades, yes. I just don't want to be here forcing anything because I've been watching the market all morning and feel like I want to take something. I don't think that's a healthy practice for me. $12 pips away from, yeah, it is 12 pips away, you know. Only thing I can see on gold is potential setup 3 here. Would also be 30-minute flip, reflip, sorry. But you come to 4-hour support, you break even there. What's GU doing? Yeah, GU hit that TP. If you're still holding runners on GU, your runners are still surviving here. Why is bro taking trading in other session than London and NY? No, I'm not. I trade only London and NY. Harry, when did you start using horizontals for TA exclusively and why? Because they were accurate. I wanted to have accurate close. You can see how accurate this is. You see how it tapped exactly the line here and rejected? That's accuracy. I want that accuracy. That's exactly why. Can you help me manage GU? What's up? You should be at least leaving runner. That's it. Yeah, but you hit TP, right? TP is the support. That's what I said. You hit TP, you leave 20% running, and you don't care about the rest, right? Who cares? This for if it runs, it runs. It doesn't, it doesn't. Yeah, due to a UI error, I couldn't close. Is that true or a lie? Come on, be honest. Well, hopefully it can retest your entry. If not, then you're going to be a break-even trade. You know, then you're going to be a break-even trade. If it comes back here, then you can close your 80%, right? Nothing in 1 minute? No, because otherwise you'll be closing with no profits. I mean, technically, if it breaks these highs, then yeah, you should be getting out. But then you're closing with barely anything. Like this is GU, we don't have enough range. Like now, if it can come back to this TP, close 80%. Leave the rest. GJ breaking down here. If it re-breaks its own low, you have a shot back down to 500 here, guys. That's your shot back down to 500. That's your only option you have here if it re-breaks its own low. Do I want to take it? Is this the right decision? Do I need to force anything? It's not worth the commission for me for 3 pips. With spread, it's not worth the commission. We're at 4 hour support. Yeah, it's not also, we have, I mean, worth the commission? No. No. But if it does push past 500, then, you know, obviously it's going to be a nice position, right? As for the GU trade that's running, this is now your chance to secure when you should have secured. All right? This is your chance now. You can squeeze any 1 minute breaking this high, you secure when you should have secured. This high. So here's you getting close to 500 here. This is where if you did try that second position, have to be careful for rejection around here. So this is where it's tight, right? Because you only have 2-3 pips. Looks like no trade. No, this was the trade if you wanted, if it's worth it. I don't know your spread. I don't know your commission. For me, it's just not worth it because this rejection, I'd be wanting to get out. You know? Has the number of trades you've reduced this month? Yeah, drastically reduced, heavily. One of the most I've had in my trading careers. But I'm not sitting here losing every day. So I have to just get through this period. And then I'll be back in terms of taking my normal amounts of trades. There's literally, you watch it live. You see me, I'm actively here looking for positions. You know? Frickin' GJ comes in intervention levels and then gives, you know, full bullish bias, close below, continues, you know, at support. Only setup I see today is if I was trading GU, this you can't fault this trade here. This is one of our classic trades we would always take. Alright? But yeah, look, this is your 500 level tapped. So if you took that trade that I was talking about, you'd have to be break even here. You know, you're not playing games at this zone here. It's very hard. It's very, very hard. Listen, guys, I'm going to tell you one thing, though. I'm going to tell you one thing. If price fakes out from 500 here, and you get a 5-minute candle leaving and closing above this zone, this is going to be a buy. This is going to be a buy above here. It would be worth the risk. It would be a good shot towards the upside. I would definitely maybe look to attempt that. All right. If we don't see that, then be careful. Obviously, we're close to a lot of supports down here, which is why I'm not tempted to take that position myself. Would have been break even anyways, and it would have been waste of commission, which is something that we expected, right? Which is why I said it's going to be waste of commission just to try it. Yeah, it gives you a shot. The day that it pushes through, it's nice. But when it doesn't push through, it's just wasting commission when we could sit here and avoid it knowing it's not the best, especially with only 3-4 pips. Position today that we discussed with all the guys, they planned as well, was GU sells. Same sells as GJ, but this made a lot more sense on GU to take sells. Safer as well with no intervention. So that's exactly the sells here that you could have taken on GU if you trade GU. If GJ continues to be like this, I'll have to look at GU here. Maybe by tomorrow I add GU as a pair just to have as backup, because I can't sit here and take no trades anymore. I'm literally getting sick of it. It comes to a point where I'm actually feeling a little bit like this is painful, you know? So yeah, you know? So that's what we're going to be doing. That's what we're going to be doing. But you agreed on DAX? Yeah, maybe all. I have to add all, you know? I don't want to just go pair hopping too fast, you know? At least GBP is GBP. I understand the GBP very well. I understand the GBP very well, so that's how it is. So guys, wait for price closing above here, and I think you have a buy option, to be honest. You could have a quick buy option out of here. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. All right. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow, and we're going to get through this together. I mean, it's really boring. I don't have anything more to say, to be honest. I don't have anything more to say. You guys seen it yourself. That's it. You know, just trade the gold London fake out. The one towards the upside. Yeah. It happens, but sometimes it does the... Yeah, when it closes back in, maybe, yeah. Win on GU, I can recommend it. Rating 12 out of 12 pips. And here, look. Same thing with the gold we talked about, right? You had the option, but again, so close to 4-hour support... You'll break even again, you know, you'll break even again. But congrats to everyone who took gold. Win to you guys. Well done. And yeah, don't have much more to say. Stream during New York today. Possible. I will let you guys know. Possible. right? I'd rather not take trades than dodgy trades and lose. Thanks for the stream. All good, all good. Yeah, we'll get through this, guys. It's just gonna be one of this things. I took gold, went B. Yeah, exactly. That's the point, right? Is you can take it, but go B. But watch, guys. If this candle does end up closing above here, you have an option, all right? So take care all. And hopefully I'll catch you guys on tomorrow's stream. And eventually this will break. It will always break. And then we'll be back to normal and taking trades as normal. I know it's painful. I appreciate you guys sitting with me through it while we just sit here every day waiting. But yeah, it's just you guys see it in front. I have nothing more. But yeah, take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace.